Hi, I'm Blythe Stephens of A Blythe Coach, dance education and coaching to move through life with balance, grace, and power. Today we're doing a short, free, dancey little yoga practice for when you've just got a little bit of time to do a full body flow, want to generate some heat and some energy. It's a little bit more fast moving, and for that reason, perhaps more advanced than some of the other flows I'm sharing, but take it at your own pace, follow your own breath speed, and I encourage you to take what you enjoy, leave what you don't. Start in a comfortable seat of your choice. Perhaps that is Baddha Konasana, which has the stable triangle underneath us, or perhaps that's a kneeling position or even seated into a chair. We're going to start by bringing the focus inward by closing our eyes or focusing on a spot in front of you on the floor, allowing the focus to soften. Bring your attention to the natural flow of the breath flowing in and out of the nose. And then we'll expand on that breath, following the pace of the flow, inflow of the breath with the rising of the arms. And following the exhalation, the emptying of the breath with the sinking of the arms again. Take that twice more at the pace of your breathing. With the inhalation expanding in all dimensions. With the exhale, sinking a little bit more deeply into your seat. The next inhale, bring up just the right arm to the side and leaning the left hand onto the floor. We'll take a long side stretch with the exhale. Inhale through the center. Exhale, bend to the right. One more time, each side, gently stretching and warming the sides of the body. Now we'll take a twist through the center. We have a long column of the spine, and we'll rotate along that vertical axis to the left. Right hand comes onto the left thigh. A gentle twist. Our twists early in the practice, then to the right, are smaller, gentler, more exploratory. And as we get warmer and looser and more aware of the state of the body today, we can take those twists a little bit more deeply later in the practice. And once you're evened out, you've twisted one more time each side. So ending with the right, we'll return the hands to the thighs. And circle the head a couple of times gently in one direction. Massaging where the skull meets the spine. And then take a couple of circles in the other direction and return to center. Then we'll take a couple circles of the shoulders up and to the back and down. And also reversing that direction as you like and go a little bit more freely. Just moving the shoulders around, warming up that area, relaxing and relaxing. All right, let's roll onto our back for a moment. Get the lower body a little bit warmed up and stretched out, hugging the knees in towards the chest. We'll start by rocking side to side and then drawing some circles with the knees. You can take the hands onto the knees and use them to circle both knees one direction and the other. This massages the pelvis, the hips, the spine, maybe the shoulders. And if you like it, you can also take the knees in opposite directions and give more of a hip massage before sending the left leg long on the floor, hugging the right leg up towards the chest with a bend, then stretching it out, circling the ankle one way and the other way. Soon we're going to be putting some weight on it, so we'll make sure it's nice and warmed up and ready to support us. Clasping with the hands behind the thigh or the calf or the foot. Both shoulders falling heavily towards the floor, the leg with gravity falling towards the floor. That's the right leg stretching, and the left leg is reaching long along the floor in front of us as if we're standing onto it. Then we'll take that right leg into the right hand and gently open it to the side, stretching the inside thigh. Floating it through the center with the next inhale. Slightly cross the body. Just stretch the outer thigh a little bit more. That's very tight for me first thing in the morning, so we'll work on warming that up some more. And then return it down through the center, sending the right leg long on the floor, hugging the left knee up. Circle that foot one way and other. We'll establish the right leg. Reaching long on the floor, foot flexed as if we're standing onto it. You can massage this foot if you like. Then extend the left leg, hug it in, allow gravity, pull it towards the chest. Taking the left leg in the left hand, a little opening to the side, accesses that inner thigh, stretch, and then we'll switch hands and get that outer thigh stretch. And then return. Hugging both knees into the chest. Again, we'll send both of them long. Flex and lower the right leg as much as you like. So maybe we're making sort of a V here, shape between the legs, and then we'll switch them. This is going to be a little abdominal work. Or if we can keep connected through the lower back and engage through the low belly, then the leg can come down a little bit lower. But what is important is not so much the shape that we're seeing from the outside, but the connection through the center. And then we can hold on to this lifted leg for 1 and 2. Inhale, switch the legs. Exhale, switch and switch. Your head can be relaxed on the floor or float up and gaze past the legs or down at the belly button. Switch and switch and switch and switch. All right, then rock and roll if that's comfortable for you, or roll onto your side and come on up to to boat. So rolling onto your side, roll up to sitting, and then find your way to boat. Fly high. Shins can be parallel to the floor, toes can be on the floor, or we can extend them for 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. Cross, send the legs back into all fours, tuck the toes under, send the hips up, downward facing dog. And we'll massage those ankles and feet in some circles. And then also make sure the hands
are relaxed onto the floor, stretching out the fingers wide, creating a nice strong base of support for us for our downward facing dog, and sending the hips up high in the back. And then small steps, walking and walking and walking up to the front of the mat, halfway lift, long back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, roll on up, bring the arms over the side to the top. Hands before the heart center. Namaste. With the next inhale, bringing the arms over the side and up again. Down, swan dive into a forward fold with soft knees. Inhale, flat back, long hands compress into the thighs. Exhale, forward fold, hands right and left. 2 steps back into our high plank or jump. Then knees, chest, and chin, or chaturanga to the floor. Lifting into our cobra. Exhaling to release. Pressing through plank or all fours. Into downward facing dog. Establish your downward facing dog. Send the right foot and heel out long on the floor and up into the air. Circle the right foot one way and the other. Bend the right knee. We're in parallel. Then turn it out. Circle the right knee. 2 huge circles on the hip joint, one direction. And then 2 big circles, warming up that hip joint fully and the standing leg in the other direction. And then bringing that knee up to the ceiling, for a stretch. Then tucking knee to nose. To our plank, then reach it back up to 3-legged dog parallel. Knee to opposite elbow, coming forward into our high plank. And then reach it up and out to our 3-legged dog. Around the outside, right knee to right elbow. Then send it on back. Nose to knee, knee to nose, step it forward into our lunge, Anjaneyasana. Top of the back foot comes onto the floor. 2 hands onto the front thigh, drawing the muscles in towards the bones, hugging everything into the center for support. Then sink down. With the hips lifting up through the chest, hands to the floor. Shift the hips back for a runner's lunge. Either stay high here or lower down. Either way is fine. Shifting forward and up. And back and down. Shifting forward and up, tuck those back toes this time into a high lunge, rolling up to the high lunge. And then rotating the back foot flat for our warrior 1. Stretching the front leg with the inhale and bending the front leg with the exhale. Next time, inhale and turn both toes to the front, forward, fold halfway. Then hands float down to the floor or stay on the hips. Right head down, twist to the left. Then the left hand comes down in the middle, keeping the hips fairly level, open twist to the right. Hands returning to the hips. Come up. We'll interlace the fingertips behind you, pulling down towards the floor. And just leading forward fold. Arms relaxing, falling behind the head. Inhale, coming back up. Arms over the side. Rotate the right leg forward. Left heel comes up. And we'll set the left hand down, coming down into our twist.
Again, there. Right hand comes down. We're coming back through our three-legged dog. Right leg lifting up to the back. Then we'll reach it over the top into our wild thing. So maybe you put the foot down and then stretch the hips up. Maybe the hips stay up as you fall down, lifting the hips up to the ceiling, lift the chest up to the ceiling. And then rotate back through into our three-legged dog and place it down. And we'll try the other side, lifting the left leg up long to the back. And bend the knee. And circle the knee twice in one direction, moving in the hips joint. And then 2 big circles in the other direction. Reach it long and up. Drawing knee to nose, up and forward. Inhale, extending leg, then crossing it over, left knee to right elbow. Reach it long and up. Open it up around the side, left knee to left elbow. Set it up, then open. And through to the front. Back knee comes down, back of the top of the back foot comes down. Come on up. Hugging the muscles into the bones. Sink hips down, chest up. Shift back, hands down. Runner's lunge. Inhale, up and forward. Through the heart, down to the hip. And forward fold to the back. This third time, we're sending up, tuck the toes under, press or roll up, and then we'll rotate the back foot to our warrior one. We did a forward fold and parallel legs on the other side. We're going to do something a little different this time on this side. So breathe into your warrior one. And then extend the front leg. And out. Shifting up. This time turning out both legs. Sinking to the right. So we've got this lunge here. And then we're just going to go up through the center into a star shape. And down to the left. A lot of people can put their heel down here. My Achilles is not long enough, so I have this other stretch. All good. Rising up through our star shape, sinking down into like a horse riding pose or a goddess pose. And then rotating back into this warrior one. On this side, right hand comes down, right heel comes up into a twist. And that hand comes down, rotating, stepping into the plank, I think. No, stepping back into downward facing dog, of course. Three-legged dog, leg goes up and back into our rock star shape, or wild thing. And then return to doggy. Take a rested child's pose or downward facing dog. The thighs can be together or apart. Arms can reach out in front or come alongside the body. Just feel the blood rinsing through all the muscles and organs. If it's wandered away, bring the focus back to the flow of your breath. If there's any places that have gathered a little tension, say the neck, we can work them out. Shake the head a little bit, no, massaging the forehead onto the floor. And when you're ready, we'll roll up through the spine, walk the hands forward, and send the hips up for another downward facing dog.
Now we'll walk the hands or jump the hands in between the feet. Walk or jump the feet in between the hands. And halfway left. Release. Roll on up.
Rolling down head first.
Hands can be placed on the fingertips or on blocks. And we're just going to take a standing split on each side. Right leg sends back. Maybe it floats off the ground a lot or a little bit. This split is not about creating a particular shape, more so about stretching the legs, stabilizing and stretching. So the hands can come flat on either side of that standing leg. We can stay propped up. We can also grasp behind the standing leg with one arm or with both. I think my balance is probably not going to allow that while I'm teaching today, but that's a fun shape to look for. Hips close, and then sending that leg up and back. And then return, roll up.
And down.
Shifting the weight into the right foot, sliding the left foot back. A little bit of a split or a lot. Letting the upper body relax to the degree that it can. Grasping behind the leg if we can. Not required, it's a lifelong exploration. Or with both. And sending it long and away. And release. Roll it up.
And hands to the heart center.
Sit on back into a squat.
Or slowly lower yourself down to the floor. I'll have more fun little dancey flows for you in the future. But I hope you feel nice and warmed up and ready for an athletic activity or to dance or to stretch. I'm just about ready to stretch and meditate myself. And I'll see you next time. Let me know what you think of this practice in the comments. Please like the video if you do enjoy it. Subscribe down below so you never miss another one of my yoga practices and other offerings. Even better, join my weekly email newsletter for joy and resources delivered directly to your inbox at ablythecoach.com. That's ABLYTHECOACH.com.